is Captain Virtual. In last video, we saw the predicted playing 11 for India in the third test match. In this video, we are going to see the predicted playing 11 for the Team England in the third test match. And of course, we should have two openers. They will score few runs. I prefer Hasib Hamid and Rory Joseph Burns. Hasib Hamid has played less matches, but I think he played well with Rory Joseph Burns, and Rory Joseph Burns had played good innings from 2020 till now, and he's a good player too. He's a good opener. So, but unfortunately, in the first test, he got out without scoring in the first innings when Bumrah bowled, and but he will score. But in this match, I think he'll score a ton. Against New Zealand, he played in England, but when New Zealand came to England, in the second test, he scored a ton. So I believe like that in this match also he will score a ton. And these are the openers. And at one down, we must have Dan Lawrence. Dan Lawrence is a good player and have scored several runs for England. In at two down, the skipper, Joe Root. The one thing is, for England, in ODIs and T20s, Owen Morgan has captained, but in Test, Joe Root has captained and made England won several matches. And he has scored several tons too. That tons are really useful for the team actually. In last match, that is the second Test, India versus England, which India won. In the first innings, the skipper scored a ton. That ton was very useful in the first innings, but they got all out in a single day, and after that India captured most of the days. But unfortunately, England lost the match. But we know that Joe Root is a great skipper actually, and he is playing well for the team too. In fielding also, he is giving his full effort. And in a three down, we have Johnny Bairstow. You know that Johnny Bairstow has scored several 50s and 100s in ODIs and T20s. In Test, in last match, in the first innings, he supported Joe Root by scoring half a century, and that was useful in the first innings too. So they led the Indian team by a few runs, and that's because of Johnny Bairstow's half a century. And Johnny Bairstow played well in all the matches and has developed his skills in every match, and had fielded well, even batted well, and even can do keeping. But unfortunately, in the team, they have a great keeper, that is Josh Butler. In that four down, I'm gonna take Josh Butler. Josh Butler is an awesome player who keeps awesome, and in batting, he has scored a few runs for the team. And he's a good batter too. He's a good fielder too. But I prefer him in keeping because he's a great keeper actually for the team. In this squad, he is the great keeper. So I prefer him as the keeper. And then at five down, we have Sam Curran. Why we need Sam Curran? Sam Curran has played for CSK in these last 2 years and has scored several runs for the team in T20 itself. So I think in Test that would be easy for him to score a 50 or 50 plus, because that will take much time to take 100, and before that, if the umpires declare, of course he comes in at 5 down, so that will be tough for him to score 100 before they declare. So he plays awesome. And in at 6 down, we have Moeen Ali. He scored many runs for the team and has scored several 50s too. On that match when England lost, against India, uh, Moeen Ali scored 43, but when England came to India, Moeen Ali scored 43 and in a googly ball. For him, that's googly actually. I think for him it's leg spin. That ball, when Kuldeep Yadav bowled, that was stumped by Rishabh Pant. So unfortunately, the team lost the match. But we know that Moeen Ali is a great player, and Moeen Ali has scored more runs for the team, and now he's playing for CSK. Last year he played for RCB. This year he's playing for CSK. So I believe in CSK also he'll rock, and in this match also he'll rock. In a 6 down, we have Moeen Ali, and in a 7 down, whom we'll have? Ollie Robinson. Ollie Robinson is a good batter and good bowler too. He scored a 50, which helped the England team draw a match, and he's a good player too. And we know that Ollie Robinson is a good player, and he's played a few runs for this team, but in bowling he's a great bowler. His 5-wicket hauls are really helpful for India and England, and against India he took a 5-wicket haul, and the last wicket, I remember the last wicket was Bumrah, and you know that in at 7 down all I prefer Ollie Robinson will come. In at 8 down, whom we'll have? Yeah, we'll have Shakib Mahmood. He is a good player. Shakib Mahmood has took few wickets for England, but in test, I think he will rock in this test. And in at last, we have Jimmy Anderson. He is a great player. You all will think, why are we taking Shakib Mahmood, a player who's not experienced than Jimmy Anderson? That's because Jimmy Anderson will be ready if he comes at last to bowl. If he comes to bat at last, he'll be ready to bowl. So I think like that, Shakib Mahmood and James Anderson. So this team is a really awesome team, and I prefer they'll play in the playing 11 in the third test. And I see you in the next video. Bye bye.